Thank you so much, and thank you, President Wong. That was a very gracious introduction. I truly, George, love George. No, but I really, really appreciate that kind introduction. It means a ton to me. I am, though, a little bit disappointed because I thought this donation was going to get me a spot on the rowing team, and apparently you don't have a rowing team. So, if there's anything the news has taught us is how important it is to be supporting a place like San Francisco State and really all the state universities. You know, you guys have a 70% acceptance rate. You're letting students in who will benefit the most from a great education. The place is still the bargain of the century, although admittedly not as much of a bargain when I was going here. It was like $200 a year for practically free. Hopefully we can all work on getting it practically free again. But I didn't have a lot of money when I was going here, so it made a huge difference, and it made a huge difference to my extended family, the Lamb family, who's sitting right over there, including my brother-in-law, Bora Lamb, who graduated from here, my sister-in-law, Danae Lamb, who graduated from here, my nephew, Ainsworth Leslie, who's sitting right over there, still going here. And again, if it wasn't for SF State being so affordable and so accessible, you know, our lives would be completely different. It would not be what they are today. And that's why we're so happy that the College of Business is considering naming it the Lamb Family College of Business, because that's actually in honor of another guy sitting over there, Quan Lamb, the guy right there at the end. Now, Quan did not have the opportunity to go to SF State. He was too busy saving his family from war and genocide in Cambodia. And this guy basically carried his 5 small children across Cambodia, successfully got to a refugee camp in Thailand where they lived for 2 years. He was smart enough to pick the right camp, otherwise they never would have got to America. Then they were in another refugee camp in the Philippines for a year to learn English. Then they got to the Bay Area where they were in a housing project for many years. That guy, he worked every miserable job you can imagine to get his family the American dream, and he succeeded at it. And that's a great example of what SF State is, because SF State, no matter how successful you are when you come out of this place, and you're gonna have a lot of successful people coming out of SF State, no matter, you know, people like Mayor Brown, George and Judy Marcus, incredibly successful, but because they went to San Francisco State, everybody knows they did it the hard way. And we are so proud of that, and I think we should all be proud of that. And that's why we're proud to support the university. Thank you.